The U.S. with a big win in the opening game against Panama, and then it was Uruguay in a good game with Dominican Republic advancing, home side winning. So the USA and Uruguay both on top of Group C right now with wins. They'll play each other in our second match tonight. Mark, you just came over from the Group A action, which featured Mexico advancing on. Puerto Rico, Brazil, Colombia were there as well. But what about Mexico? They were 3-0. I saw 2 of their 3 wins were by double figures. Why were they so dominant in Group A?
Mexico puts up volume shots. They averaged right around 84 points a game. They would come up. They were a very physical team inside. They were well coached. They were fundamentally sound. They shot the ball extremely well. One thing that I thought that hurt them, but they solved it in the third game, was their free throw percentage. They shot 58% in the first 2 games. In the third game, they needed everything, and they shot 86%. So they did a good job there. Puerto Rico is also very solid up there, too, watching them. But I was really impressed with Mexico.
You look at this Dominican Republic team, in that game against Uruguay, they showed a lot of heart. They were down 23-7 at one point, came back, tied the game. It was 32 apiece at halftime, but they didn't shoot the ball particularly well. They shot 38% for the game, just 20% from three-point range. You mentioned free throw shooting. They were just 7 of 14, so sometimes it doesn't sound like it'd be a big deal, but when games are tight like that, that can make all the difference.
Well, that's just it, and that's one thing that we noticed is that a lot of the teams were really low in free throw percentage. You know, overall, when we look at the game of basketball, percentages from the free throw line has dropped at every level. But when you have teams that coming into this tournament, during these tournaments, shooting in the 50s and the 60s, that's going to catch up with you.
It can't make you happy as a coach.
No.
Why do you think the change, the depletion?
Well, I think there's so much emphasis now on three-point shooting and finishing in the paint that, you know, what's gone by the wayside. You've seen this with doing college games. No one has a mid-range jump shot. You know, and that's a problem that needs to be solved. But you got to go and score when the game is on the line from the free throw line.
For Panama, meanwhile, they got blown out by the U.S. yesterday, 97-56, and the U.S. did a pretty good job defensively on them. They held them to just 29% from the field. They made just 16 baskets in the game, and only 18% from the three-point line. But they do have 2 players that are pretty dynamic, and one guy particularly with former NBA experience, Gary Forbes, who played for the Nuggets and for Toronto. Also, Tony Bishop Jr., a couple highlight-type plays. So when you have 2 guys that are with good talent like that, they can kind of keep you in any game.
Well, that's just it. Now, can they get a third or fourth guy to chip in? Another trend that we've seen is that teams that only have particularly 2 scorers in this need to have somebody else come in. Now, they are getting 22 points off the bench, which is good, and the Dominican Republic's getting 21. So it's going to be a close game here today. I think it's going to be a very interesting game to see.
We'll pause for the national anthems, then we'll take a look at some of the starting lineups today as we get set for the Dominican Republic and Panama coming up after this short timeout.
Del himno de República Dominicana.
as we get set here for the Dominican Republic and Panama. You look at the all-time meeting between these two teams, and they've met 6 times, and Dominican Republic with a 4-2 record, and they've actually won 4 straight games. The last time they met 2015 in Olympic qualifying preliminary round, an 83-66 win. So they have to feel pretty good about coming into this one. And when we talk about Dominican Republic, Mark, you're a current coach, college coach, been around the game a long time. A guy like Angel D'Angelo led the nation in rebounding last year. It's got to make you excited as a college coach who plays for Seton Hall. A guy can get boards like that. Maybe doesn't need to score a lot to have a big impact on a game.
You need somebody in the middle that can clean up and then also be a rim protector. So I'm anxious to see him play because he led the nation, as you stated, in rebounding last year from Seton Hall. So he's got to be quite a post player, and I'm anxious to see him play.
He had 5 rebounds in that first matchup between Dominican Republic and Uruguay last night. We mentioned Gary Forbes Jr. led the way, 19 points in Panama's game against the United States. Tony Bishop, one other guy that could have an impact on the game today. He's got good size. Javier Carter had a decent game the other night, but the guy who's 6'9", showed some good touch from around the elbow and also hit a 3-pointer. So when you have a guy with that kind of size, with that kind of range, that could be a big offensive weapon.
Right, and as we stated before, if you can find that third player, then maybe Carter can be that third player that brings in the scoring. He had 8 points and 3 rebounds last night, so maybe he can capitalize on that and get some better numbers today.
When you talk about national teams coming together to play in tournaments like this, as a coach, it's got to be kind of tough because you don't have a lot of time to prepare, and these are guys you're bringing in from different levels, all different kinds of places, so you only maybe have a few weeks to kind of prepare for a tournament like this. It can't be easy from a coaching perspective.
No, you look at some of these teams where they're put together age-wise and things like that. So you look at Panama, you got guys that are 32, 37 years old, all the way down to 17. So it's quite a mixture, and these guys are playing all over the place, and you bring them in, like you said, like, for example, then you look at the Dominican Republic. They have guys ranging from 29, 34, 37, 33, down to 21. So veteran clubs, again, you're right, it's trying to find that chemistry, and if you have a new coach coming in, so a lot of those things, that's difficult to do in a short time.
Here's a look at 2 of the key players for today's game, Gary Forbes and Victor Lees. Lees, the captain for the Dominican Republic, 13 points in the loss yesterday to Uruguay. And Gary Forbes, as we mentioned, 19 points, 6 of 11 shooting. And he's a guy who certainly has legit NBA experience. And not only different age ranges, but guys with former NBA experience, maybe some current experience, and maybe playing in Europe or down here in South America. So try to bring a lot of different elements together to put together women formation in a tournament like this.
Well, and the other thing is, you gotta have guys that go from starting to playing 30-some minutes a game to now coming off the bench. And that's what we found like with Mexico and Puerto Rico. Those guys bought into their roles, and that comes from the top down. You have to have confidence in what the coach is doing, what the staff is doing, and then you got to buy into it, and that's what makes or breaks teams a lot of times, especially in these short tournaments like this in a 3-day period.
It's so interesting. We're going to see the United States later, and you look at their roster and a couple guys with NBA experience and kind of guys right on that level of the G League trying to make their way up back into the NBA or played at some big-time colleges. That's a real interesting group Jeff Van Gundy has to work with.
And I'm excited to see him coach tonight, too. So
yeah, first time on the bench since 2007.
You think he's going to get the itch to go back? I'd love to ask him that question.
Maybe we can talk to him after the game. All right, it's Panama in the red and white, Dominican Republic in the blue and white. You can see Delgado in the center circle. He will go up against Carter here for the tip.
Panama is only shooting 35% from the floor, 18 from behind the arc, 62 from the free throw line. 36 rebounds a game, 18 turnovers, 22 points in the paint.
Kondo will start things off here on the left wing. Dominican Republic playing man-to-man the ball in the corner. Forbes Jr. getting along the baseline. Levy the turnaround from 15 and an early foul. And that will send Jamal Levy to the line.
One of the other things that we noticed was game to game, the officiating. While it's been excellent, some things that we saw called in one game weren't called in the other. But You know, you go back and look at the replays, and 90% of the times they're right, you know, and as a coach, you don't always like to say that, but it was true.
Well, it's funny because I get a chance to broadcast a lot of different sports, and one thing you hear no matter what the sport from coaches, they just want it to be consistent. So if you're consistently not going to call something, that's okay. Do it the whole game. Or if you're going to call it tight, then call it that way the whole game as Levy knocks down a pair of free throws to open up the scoring here for Panama.
The Dominican comes into this game shooting 46%. 20 from behind the arc, only 50% from the free throw line, so they're going to have to do a better job there. 41 rebounds, 18 turnovers. They are getting 34 points in the paint, so Panama is going to have to do some interior defense to slow them down with that, and they're getting 21 points off their bench.
Rojas gets it into Santana. He led the way for the Dominican in the loss to Uruguay with 15 points. So 6 rebounds in that one. Rojas puts it down. Delgado, cross-court pass. Now it's up top. Lees for 3. Got it. And an early three-pointer. Good ball movement there by the DR.
That's right. You want to spread the defense. Ball movement's the best way to do it. If you can attack the inside shoulders, looking for those creases, make the defense move with the dribble drive.
You just talked about some of the shooting percentage. They were Dominican Republic just 4 of 20 yesterday. So it's an early good note to get an early one to go down. That'll give confidence to the rest of the squad. 3-2 early on here. There's Panama with the ball in possession. There's Kondo off the screen. They're going to drive toward the baseline. The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Panama. 11 on the shot clock. And a foul away from the eventual catch there by Forbes, so it'll go over to Dominican Republic. Mark, you've coached at all different levels. When you think about FIBA, what are the biggest rule changes that for Americans who may be watching this broadcast?
Well, what's going to be changing here in the next year or two is the travel call. That's the hardest thing for American players to adjust to. You have to put the ball down before you move, and that's the hardest thing. We had a couple drills that we would work on in Canada where I'm coaching that would help alleviate that. Once we start doing that, it works.
Solano had 13 points yesterday, and that ball is kicked. There's a foul called.
Tom, you know what the best rule is? The players can't call timeout on the court.
There you go.
It's got to come from the bench.
Come from the bench. 3-2 early on here. Here's Santana. Hand it off. Lees working off a screen. Now double team. Puts it up top. Here's Santana. Puts it on the floor at the free throw line. All the way to the basket. Up with the right hand. A little too strong. And rebound to Panama. We go the other way. Forbes looking to split a couple defenders. The ball's loose. Saved by Panama. And we'll have another offensive possession.
And the other thing I like is the reset on the offensive rebound, 14 seconds.
We wanted the rebound, right?
Yeah.
4-3 our score here. Bishop with his first points of the game. He had a double-double yesterday, 10 points, 10 rebounds. And a losing effort to the United States. Maybe the highlight dunk of the tournament here in Group C so far. A monster jam along the baseline. It was awesome. There's a whistle and a foul on the floor as Salado tried to make a run. We saw it was a slow start yesterday for the Dominican Republic. As I mentioned, they trailed 23-7, but then Solano got hot. Ended up with 13 points in the first half. And Uruguay just proved to be too much in game 1 in front of a big home crowd here in Montevideo. There's Solano with it. Plays over in Italy. Carter checking defensively. The ball swung around. Lees, good defense there by Panama.
Good defense by Panama, but also the Dominican has to realize what the situation is with the shot clock. Somebody's got to be talking out there. Typically, it's your point guard.
4-3, opening moments. Game 3 here at Group C. There's Luis Kondo with it, swings around the perimeter. Carter. Forbes calling for it on the block. Instead, he'll pull up for 3. Got it. Carter, who hit a big 3 yesterday for Panama. Keep things interesting early on against the United States. This is second 3 of the game. The big fella at 6'9", showing some good range.
There you go. You always like a big that can stretch the floor.
Solano off the screen at the free throw line. Picks it out wide. Lees fakes the 3. Now pulls up on the elbow. Dumps it underneath for Santana. And a nice feed by Lees. Finding Santana on the block for 2. Forbes puts it down low. Carter on the block, muscling defenders, and lays it in for an easy two.
Well, he just took it right to him there. Nice play by Carter, muscling in, squared his shoulders to the baseline, and went up strong.
8 points in 25 minutes last night against the United States. Here's Solano. There's Panama on top, 8-5.
He's the one that we thought needed to chip in today.
Yep, I mentioned him in the pregame. Lees in the middle, Delgado. There's the traveling call. That's it. There's a Seton Hall kid who doesn't understand, but like I said, you got to put the ball on the ground.
Right.
There's another look at that nice feed underneath of Santana. That last bucket for Panama. Pardon me, for Dominican Republic. 8-5, Panama on top.
What's the over-under for this game? A 3-second call.
0. Forbes. In and out. Not afraid to shoot as Forbes. Led the team yesterday. 19 points. There's a long three. That's short. Offensive rebound to Lees.
Oh, nice
down
pass.
low. Santana for 2 more. Floor vision that time.
Good look in there. Yeah, that's the one thing we noticed. There hasn't been a lot of 3-second calls at all. Guys can camp out in there if they realize
I don't think we had one last night in both games.
Doesn't shock me.
Here's a 3-on-1. Lees all the way to the basket. Too strong. The tip by Santana. No good. Gets his own rebound. And then is fouled. Surprised Lees didn't lay it off that time for the 2. Good hustle there by Santana. Santana played professionally in the Dominican Republic. Titus mentioned 15 points yesterday to lead Dominican Republic. It was 6 for 10 from the field.
So far, been a very entertaining game.
I think both teams look more comfortable today. And look, that's expected, right? Game 2, second day in the same arena.
That's what we noticed up in Medellin, is that the second game, teams were much more relaxed. Nice offensive rebound, got to block out.
Rojas, his first 2 of the game. Panama. There's another turnover. Solano all the way to the basket, leaves it. Goes by Rojas to Delgado, who gets hacked. And the youngster will go to the line and shoot 2.
One thing I noticed in here, how was the shooting in the first game? It's rather dark in here.
It was not good.
Well, yeah, looking at the percentages, yeah.
Yeah, no team really got hot. The U.S. shot 51%, but they had a lot of looks that were pretty easy close to the basket. So
where we were at in Medellin, we could have done the game in sunglasses. It was that bright.
No big change here for you.
Yeah.
Over to Montevideo. 2 shots here for Angel Delgado, who mentioned leading the nation last year in rebounding. He also led the nation in offensive rebounding. I mean, over 5 offensive rebounds per game. He was number 2 in the NCAA in double-doubles, 27.
Wow. Tell you what, when he's ready to go, somebody's going to gobble him up.
1 for 2 at the line. Fight there by Rojas, and he wins it, so it'll be another possession here. Second time that Dominican Republic's been able to create a second offensive possession off of this free throw.
Hey, you got to block out, and that's another thing that gets coaches in an ire, is when you don't block out on free throws, especially at this level. I believe Delgado tested the waters last year, but he didn't sign with an agent. There you go.
Nice feed there from Santana. Timeout here by Panama. So after a little bit of a slow start, Dominican Republic looking good right now on top of this one. 13-8. This is a replay of the feed to Delgado. Santana just a good, not a spectacular play, but a good all-around. You're going to fill up the stat sheet. Get your points, assists, rebounds. Does a little bit of everything for this Dominican Republic squad, which you got to like.
Right. He had a lot going on yesterday with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Look at the team comparisons right now. Panama's at 100% from the floor. The Dominicans at 66%.
No esté manoseando tanto la bola. Cuando estemos en contraataque, señores, Xavier, when we are on fast break, we don't have to be so close. We got to open up, give more space. For example, if he hit right, you don't have to go with him.
Had the rebounding edge over Uruguay, plus 8 at 41 rebounds.
But my point is, My point is, if you are close, he can pass.
No surprise, Panama did not have the rebounding edge against the United States. 36 rebounds, they were minus 10 in that category. Is a nice dish underneath again to Delgado.
You know, the other thing that American players have to adjust to, and that just reminded me looking at their replay, is going up and grabbing the ball off the rim, knocking it away, tipping it in while it's still in the cylinder, and that's hard to adjust to, because you really can't practice that in a good sense.
Right. Here's Munoz in for the first time running a point now. Carter in the paint, kicked out on the wing. A long three is good by King as he knocks down his first shot of the game. Jonathan King, 5 points against the U.S. yesterday, but knocks it down, makes it a 13-11 game. Solano spinning out of a double team in the corner. There's a three, and that's good. Rojas, back-to-back threes. Now Bishop, ball to Levy, and a foul away from the ball. And leave a screen here by Carter, so it'll go back to DR. There's another look at King's three, just into the game, and he knocks it down.
It's going in and getting something done right away. Being ready when you're called upon.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Tom Polk and Mark Anderson coming to you from Montevideo in Uruguay. Game 3 of Group C. It'll be the U.S. and the home team Uruguay. Game 2, looking forward to that one. Packed house. Here's Liz off a screen. Got it, his second three of the game. The captain, Victor Lees.
You know, the Dominican shoots these threes all in rhythm. It's all within. Right now, nothing's forced.
It's amazing, 4 for 20 in game 1. They look like a confident team.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's the turnover. Rojas behind the back to Delgado for two. What a pass by Rojas. I don't know how he saw Delgado.
Nice finish by Delgado. Nice athletic move. Little run and jump action.
Another turnover. Leads to the basket for two more. And back-to-back turnovers lead to easy transition points for the Dominican Republic. All of a sudden, it's Dominican Republic on top, 23-11. Panama can slow things down a little bit. Carter, a nice backdoor feed to King for an easy two.
Yeah, they needed that to stop the run.
23-13 our score.
Now Panama's got to string together a couple stops and a couple scores to get right back in this.
Santana along the baseline. Going up against Levy, spins baseline, dumps it underneath. Rojas double team, and he traveled. A substitution for Panama. Mar Ayarza checking in the game for the first time. He's got good size at 6'8", a big, strong, physical player. Had 4 points against the U.S. yesterday in just over 20 minutes of action. Brought a little more size for Panama underneath, and he is matched up against Delgado.
Well, that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Munoz spinning away from traffic all the way to the basket, lost the handle, and another turnover here by Panama. That has really hurt them here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over, especially when you're down by 10 right now. That's their 7th one. That means you're on pace for 28. That's not good.
You don't like that to go?
No.
Here's Delgado inside the three-point line up top. Rojas being guarded by Bishop. 5 on the shot clock. Lee's in the corner off the screen. Short, missed everything. And we go the other way, the quick outlet ahead. Panama looking to push. Bishop, the floater, is good. Just inside the free throw line. Nice touch.
Nice pull-up. All within the rhythm of that fast break. Nice job.
Solano blowing by Munoz in the corner. Rojas for three. That's short. Levy with the rebound, a 3-on-2. Bishop all the way to the basket. Bishop with the left hand for two more.
There we go. Two stops, yep. 2 scores.
There we go. Nice athletic play switch there by Bishop. Now it's 6 points.
Right
so momentum. Yep, momentum back here for Panama. 23-17. Solano. He's nice feed underneath. Santana couldn't control it. Not a bad idea though. It's deflected. It'll stay with the Dominican Republic as they go to the bench. It will be Roberto Mendoza checking in. Also coming into the game for the first time today is Angel Munoz. Nunez did not play against Uruguay. Mendoza finished with 6 points in 25 minutes of action. It's 3 of 5 from the field.
Nunez, 6'8", 25 years old.
Delgado, offensive rebound. That's what he does. For 2 more for the big fella. 25-17. Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Munoz. Now King. The screen set by Bishop. In the corner. Ball worked back up top. 7 on the shot clock. A turnover. Another one. 8th of the first quarter. Solano to the basket. Score the basket and a foul. Elvis Solano coast to coast off the turnover. Chance for a 3-point play.
Nice Euro step going down the lane.
So Solano, as we mentioned, 13 points yesterday, but all in the first half. He really struggled in the second half yesterday against Uruguay. But he showed a lot of athletic plays like that in game number 1. He plays for Bergamo over in Italy. This is the free throw. And now Bishop will bring it up the court. He hands it off to Munoz. 1 minute left to go here, opening quarter.
Solano, just 23 years old.
Bishop's pass, another turnover. We go the other way. 4 on 2.
That's going to be a walk.
Called it from over here. Well, that's got to be frustrating for you.
Anytime it's in transition, you hear the whistle right away. It's got to be a walk.
Yeah, a 4 on 2 opportunity there. (27-17). Dominican Republic on top. Panama's really hurt themselves with turnovers here in the first quarter.
Oh, they're up to 9.
Munoz gets it around. Bishop dumps it down low. Carter spinning underneath the basket. Goes up strong. A little too strong on the shot. Out of bounds to Panama. It was a good move to get to the basket.
Good post move. Maybe you just use the reverse Mike and lay up there and he would have had him. He had him set up and he had his body in between him, so he had good space.
Rojas. 30 seconds left to go. Mendoza for 3. A little strong. Ball's loose. Carter rips it away. 15 seconds left to go. Munoz up top. Carter thought about a 3. Back to Munoz.
He sure did. He eyeballed that, didn't he, Towns?
Dumping it underneath for Bishop. Score the basket and a foul. Nice feed by the big fella down to Bishop on the block, and a chance for a 3-point play here for Panama.
Tell you what, if they cut these turnovers in half, they're right there. They're down 8, but with 9 turnovers, you're taking away potential 27 points, but let's cut that in half. Let's say, all right, there's 12 points you could have scored. All right, there you got the lead.
So Bishop at the line. He's played professionally in Germany and the United States. Can't get that free throw to go. Offensive rebound, King for 3. Cut it! A big 3 by King to end the quarter. So momentum here for Panama. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. Wow.
Nice comeback by Panama. Again, you got to talk about the turnovers in the timeout here. Just take care of the basketball and you get right back in it. You're only down 5.
That's the message. Despite all the turnovers, guys, it's a 5-point game. We should be leading this game by 8 or 10 points, right?
Yeah, at least. Yeah, so that's something they have to take care of.
And for the Dominican Republic, they got off to the quick start. What do you think the message is right now to them? Just they were up by double figures and kind of let that lead slip away, just with that 5-point lead right now.
Yeah, they went to a couple 3-pointers there down towards there in the first quarter there. Maybe just kind of work the ball like they did at the beginning, where they were getting 3 to 4 to 5 passes in there, moving the defense around and getting some easy looks.
Set for Women's World Cup in Spain coming up in 2018, September. Maybe we'll be over there for that one.
That would be exciting. We did the AmeriCup women's game down here at the beginning of August. Canada came out of that, and they looked really strong. And I'll tell you what, Argentina is pretty solid, too. They got a heck of a point guard in Melissa Gretter.
Some numbers for the first quarter there. 27-25 our score. Some highlights here from that first quarter. And so Lee's knocked out a couple threes. This is his first of the game.
How about both teams? You got Panama shooting almost 88% from the floor, 2 points. The Dominican is shooting at 80%. Panama's at 67% and then 37.5%. So they're shooting well. Again, it just goes back to taking care of the ball if you're Panama.
Amazing what one game can do for you.
Exactly.
Everybody looked pretty shaky yesterday, even in the U.S.'s win. I wouldn't say it was a dominant performance. They came out and ended up kind of running Panama off the floor, but I imagine they'll look a lot more comfortable here too in Game 2 in our second game of the night.
This is a cozy place to play. I don't know how much they can see. Yeah, it's old school. You got the overhang. Kind of reminds me of arenas in Indiana where I grew up. Just where you have everybody's right on top of you.
All right, second quarter about to get underway. 27-25 our score. It'll be Dominican Republic to start with the ball. In the game 1, Coronado, wearing number 6 for the Dominican Republic. Coronado goes across court. Mendoza dumps it down low. Nice take to the basket for 2 as Rojas, a good strong move to the baseline.
Set him up with that little shoulder fake with the left and then a drop step to the right to the baseline.
Also in for Dominican Republic, Jonathan Aruoa, for the first time wearing number 30, another physical player at 6'9". Mendoza going for the steal, kept alive by King. Picks it up top. Ayarza bounce pass to Carter along the right baseline. Carter working against Coronado, kicks across court. King, another 3, that's short. And the rebound to the DR. Rojas pushing it ahead quickly. And Coronado going to set up the offense.
I like so far what I see about Carter is that he looks over the floor before he makes his move, and then if he's got the open guy, he's going to get it to you.
Aroha lost the handle, got it back, puts up a awkward 3. Shot clock expired. That was, I'm sure, not what the coaching staff was looking for on that possession.
You got to have time management on there. Even in the 24-second clock, you got to know what it's at. Somebody has to be talking out there.
Munoz. Bishop dumps it down low to Carter. Cross-court pass to King. Ayarza on the block around to Bishop. 5 on the shot clock. Bishop working against Rojas. Spins into the paint. The floater with the right hand is good. What an athletic move by Tony Bishop. And a chance for a 3-point play.
Just what Panama needed.
Bishop, who spent 2 seasons at Texas State, 62 appearances there, had a run where he averaged just over 10 points per game in his 2 seasons, shot 53% from the field. And he will go to the line and chance to complete a 3-point play. Had that double-double against the United States last night, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Knocks down the free throw.
Bishop playing professionally over in Japan.
Mendoza being hounded in the corner. Aroha, cross-court pass. Rojas, there's a 3 from the left corner. That's no good. As Coronado let it fired. Offensive rebound by Rojas. Puts it back up too strong. Second attempt no good. Finally, Carter pulls down the board.
Ooh, a little push off there. I don't know if you saw that, Tom. Carter after the rebound.
Forbes driving to the basket. Trying to float in the air. Second attempt is no good. We go the other way, so both teams cooling off a little bit here to start the second quarter. Coronado, ball kicked up top to Mendoza. Mendoza by Carter, skips it cross court. Coronado, left corner for 3. Got it! Another 3 for Dominican Republic. We may have ruled that one at 2. We'll check it here momentarily. Here's Forbes, up top to Bishop. Bishop working off a screen. Back to Forbes. Forbes looking to drive baseline and a foul called. So those two get tangled up.
You mentioned that the teams were cooling off. Panama is still at 72% and the Dominican at 69%.
Dominican Republic right now 4 of 11 from 3-point range. 14 on the shot clock here as Munoz will inbound it for Panama. Gets it into Levy. 32-25 our score. Forbes up top. The ball worked around.
3-2 zone out of Dominican.
Bishop splitting that zone. Forbes left corner for 3. Scored the basket for Forbes. There was contact. He wanted to call. Didn't get it. How about Forbes? Big time 3.
Cuts the lead to 4.
Coronado. Santana. Aurora. Right wing. Looking around, 10 on the shot clock. Carter giving him a lot of space. He'll take the long 3. That's no good. And Panama looking to break 4 on 3 the other way. Skipped into the corner for Bishop. Fakes the 3, now drives baseline and lays it in for 2. And a timeout by the Dominican Republic. What a strong move by Bishop. He's showing that athleticism again here on day 2.
Yeah, and they're finding those seams in the zone. Well, one thing that the Dominicans doing now is that they're settling for 3s rather than attacking. And that's why coach is calling timeout.
32-30 our score. There is Dominican Republic coach Melvin Lopez Guillen talking to his squad.
I was going to say, let's see what Coach Guillen is going to say here.
Tenemos que volver. Ahora mismo nuestro problema está en que el grande está saliendo muy para acá. Espera mucho para este bloqueo aquí. Si este ya está solo, dásela que él la puede meter aquí adentro. Él la puede meter directo aquí adentro también. En caso de que no haya nada. Y seguimos jugando.
They didn't go in. Now you got to go back to what got you the lead, and that was attacking, then taking the 3s when they're in the flow of the game. It's hard to create the 3-point shot when it's not there.
So we'll see who. No subs for either team out of this timeout. So it'll be Dominican Republic's ball. Tight game here, 32-30. And a reminder, the United States and Uruguay coming up next. And that strong move by Bishop to the basket. Coronado running the point. Working off a screen by Delgado. Now Santana looking around. Coronado. They switch places. Back to Santana. 8 on the shot clock.
Panama's in the 3-2 zone.
Santana got it stripped on the way up. 3 on the shot clock's got to go. Way too strong. Delgado's put back. And after the shot clock expired. Or was there a foul call?
Oh, they bail him out.
Oh, he got bailed out with a foul.
Dominicans got to get somebody right in the middle of that 3-2 zone. What's going to be open against the 3-2 is going to be right there where they're standing with the ball. That's going to be wide open.
You want a big guy with some decent passing skills.
Yeah.
There's Delgado at the line. First team all Big East. Free throw good. One more look here for Delgado. 6'9". Head of the Patrick School in New Jersey before committing to Seton Hall. Gets a pair of free throws to go.
He looks a lot younger than 22, doesn't he? That'll bode well for him later in life.
That's right. 34-30 our score. Dominican Republic on top. Tom Polk and Mark Anderson coming to you from Montevideo, Uruguay. This is Group C action of the 2017 AmeriCup. Munoz kicks it around the perimeter. Now it's in the corner. Forbes looking to go strong to the basket. And a foul committed there. Let's see if Forbes goes to the line or is this on the floor. As Luzcando checks back in for Munoz, so he'll take over that point guard role. Forbes just 3 points today and 19 yesterday against the United States. Here's Levy on the right elbow. Carter along the baseline pulls up, short. Offensive rebound by Levy and another look here for Panama. Carter gets it back to Levy. Levy dribbling through traffic down to the free throw line. Has it slapped away. Solano, good steal. 2-on-2 the other way. Solano to the mouth pass ahead. Solano got a piece of that. We go the other way. Forbes. Levy. Drives. Nice look underneath. Carter with a big finish for 2. What a great entry pass that time by Levy. Carter wide open.
You know what else has helped in this time? 1 turnover in 5 minutes. There you go. There's the difference.
Solano kicks it out. There's a 3. That's in and out, no good. Pena trying to let that one fly. We're seeing Roberto Pena for the first time today. He is 6'5" small forward. Here's Bishop. Bishop finds Forbes along the baseline. Mendoza getting called for the block. Ball be out of bounds to Panama underneath the basket. Under 5 to play here in the first half. Dominican Republic on top 36-32. Forbes will inbound. Buscando cutting the basket. It's up top to Carter. Buscando looking around. Picks up his dribble.
Dominican staying in there 2-3.
Bishop now 5 on the shot clock. It's got to go. Bishop driving baseline as it's stripped on the way up. It will stay with Panama, but just 2 on the shot clock. So got to put up something quick. You got to be aware.
Yes, everybody for Panama should know the situation. 2 seconds to go.
Carter does. He fires and hits. Carter 8 points, matching what he put up yesterday against the U.S.
Maybe he heard our pregame talking about him needing to step up.
We said they needed that third scorer. Maybe it's him.
Right now, it's not like they've been taking Forbes out of the game. It's just that Carter's been more assertive.
Here's Lees. He's got a couple three-pointers here in the first half. 36-34, 2-point game. Lees working off a screen. 2 on the shot clock and a steal. Carter, coast to coast to the basket for 2 more. Now in double figures. Javier Carter having himself a game here in the first half. 10 points. Another turnover. Lozcano almost got it to go. Now Solano pushing up quickly. Foul on the floor. No. Aaron, double dribble.
Oh, the over-under usually is 1 on that, so we've got that.
We still got 3:55 to go here in the first half. How about Carter there with the strip and the finish?
I'll tell you what, yes, he's impressive so far. 6'9", 26 years old.
Munoz around the perimeter to Forbes. Guarded right now by Lees. Forbes, a double team, kicks it out. Carter thought about another 3. Back to Forbes in the corner. Going through traffic, throws a lob for Carter. Carter underneath the basket, spins, turns, shoots. A little too strong.
He just didn't need that dribble. Just catch and go right up with it, big man.
Delgado puts it on the floor. Delgado all the way to the basket, kicks it out. Pena fakes the 3. Good recovery by Lozcano defensively. Pena backing him down. Now double team, kicks it cross court. Santana fakes the 3, leaves it for Delgado, gets hit on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Nice layoff there by Santana. And Delgado back to the line.
Just like that, it's 36-36.
We've seen both teams here marking the first half make some runs.
Yeah.
It was Panama early on, the Dominican Republic coming back. And now all even.
Makes a difference when you take care of the basketball. You give yourself the opportunities to score.
Delgado, looking stroke there at the line. Last year, a finalist for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award, which goes to the best center in the NBA. Pardon me, in the college.
Well, with the way he's going to be there.
Munoz. We approach 3 minutes to play here in the opening half. Ball worked around. Lozcano gives it down low to Carter. Skip past Munoz. Forbes, right wing for 3. Got it! Good ball movement against that zone.
Excellent. Just going to make that point. Excellent ball movement. Dominican had no chance to recover defensively on that because the ball was moved so quickly.
And yeah, 39-38, Panama back up by 1. There's another look. You know, in addition, Mark, to the scoring from Carter, I really like his presence, his ability to pass the ball. It's a big guy who really sees the floor well.
Exactly. You know, I made that point before that I like how he surveys the floor before he makes his move.
Dominican Republic looking to take the lead back here. Under 3 to go. Second foul on Munoz. Solano to the basket. The hesitation goes up. It's blocked. And he stepped out of bounds. Solano's not able to get it going today like he did yesterday against Uruguay with those 13 first half points.
And I'm going back to Carter. What that also creates is that you can't double down on him because he'll find the open man.
Panama with the ball. Here's Carter with it along the right block. Kicks it up top. A 3 short. Long rebound would go the other way. That was Sace who just ended the game, and 2 more points for Dominican Republic. Lee's now 10 points. He's in double figures.
He joins Delgado with 13.
Forbes off the screen. Carter, step back from the right elbow, short. Rebound to Dominican Republic. Pena looking to push. Slow it down. Delgado along the baseline. Going up against Levy. He's double teamed into the paint. Foul on the floor. That time Delgado just using his size to muscle his way into the paint.
Yeah, a little shoulder shimmy out there on the wing, and then came down to where he can be effective, right into the block area and turned into the lane. I like his footwork too. He's been well coached.
Lees kicks it out. Pena for 3. Short. Offensive rebound. Santana goes up and is fouled. Santana had 15 points yesterday. We'll go to the line.
Coach Vasquez talking to the official about the previous 2 plays on defense for Panama. The other thing that we saw in Medellin was technicals called on coaches, not for what they were saying, but their hand gestures and throwing their hands and things like that.
40-39. Osace to the baseline. Off the glass for 2. A nice cut. Lito Sace his first basket of the year. Is that surprising to see that?
Well, yes. You know, it's one of those things that going into it with FIBA rules, the officials do not take any of that, say, like you would see in the U.S., with things that maybe coaches can get away saying and doing. But that's not the case in FIBA. Again, that's a good rule. You can't show up the officials.
Good game here, 41-40. Put Munoz at the line, the captain. Munoz who plays for those Tigres in Panama. We'll have one more shot at it.
A veteran at 37 years old. Several teams in this tournament have older point guards, which is quite an asset to have because they can teach the younger guys. Plus, you know that they're not going to get rattled out there.
There's a 3 from the wing, and that's good. Lee's his 3rd 3 of the night. 13 points. And 3 of 4 from downtown. So just going back to your point about the coaching, so Bob Huggins wouldn't do well in the FIBA environment. He might get teed up before he walks on the floor.
There's a lot of coaches that you could probably come to mind.
Right?
That
I did a West Virginia game once. He was more entertaining than anything that was happening on the court. It was amazing to me.
That tends to be the college game. I mean, more people than not will know the coaches because guys aren't staying in college anymore. So the coaches now are the face of the program more so than the players. Then when you go to the NBA, it's the players obviously that are the face of the program. But yeah, it's interesting to see.
Okay, vamos a hacer. Vamos a hacer. Tengo a
Gene Katie going back to the old school.
Vitico y Xavier con Edward.
Good one here though, it's just a 2-point game.
Okay.
43-41.
La cancha completa.
Looking inside the Dominican Republic timeout. And it'll be Panama's ball. Lee's having a very strong game. With those 13 points, he matches what he did yesterday against Uruguay at 13 points on 4. He was just 4 of 12 shooting yesterday and 1 of 6 from 3-point range. 3 of 4 here this afternoon. Munoz. Hounded up top.
Is it me or has this been a fast first half?
It's been very fast first half. Bishop Long three as the shot clock expired. That's no good by Levy. And we go the other way. Ball quickly ahead. That pass deflected out of bounds. Lee's had Santana open momentarily, but did credit that time. Levy coming back strong to knock that ball out of bounds. So timeout here with 17 seconds left to go in the first half.
I think had Santana kept coming towards the ball, he would have gotten it, yeah.
It's like in football when receivers don't come back to the ball.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Right.
43-41 our score here. A much better shooting performance by both these teams compared to their first day efforts. When we saw against Uruguay, Dominican Republic shot just 38% for the game and 20% from three-point range. Where are we at right now?
So we're at 2 points for Panama. They are shooting 65%. The DR is at 65. 3 points for Panama, 50%. Dominican Republic's at 31. Both, again, this could come back to haunt them. 50% from the free throw line, Panama, 55% for the Dominican. But do you think that they're shooting better today? Is it because they're more acclimated to the surroundings, or is it the defense?
Maybe a little of both. I think they're getting more acclimated. You know, it's funny, I didn't even think when you mentioned it, the arena being kind of darker, how that might have an effect on guys too, but it certainly could play a role.
Well, there's different sight lines. I mean, you look to our left here, you've got the black curtains. To the right, you're basically in the front row of the upper deck, and they're right on top of you.
It is Dominican Republic's ball here, 17 seconds left here in the opening half of Game 3, Group C, 2017 AmeriCup. Solano's got it all the way back toward half court. Gets it back from Pena, and he'll set up the play. Out wide, Pena fakes the three, drives on the elbow, kicks it cross court, leaves for another three. That's short. The ball tipped and falls to Santana. The putback is good. Levy just throws it three-quarters court from underhand. But a nice play by Santana to close out the first half. We got a good one here at halftime. It's a 45-41 game. Dominican Republic on top.
Been a nice job by Panama. They're taking care of the basketball. That's been the huge difference. 10 turnovers, so they only had one in that entire second half. So there's your difference right there, Tom.
Yeah.
Take care of the ball, you get more opportunities to score, and they're scoring. They're getting good production inside by Carter. He's taking over. He's stepping up like we thought that he should, and they're doing the job.
The Dominican Republic with the edge in the rebounding, 21-14. Assists, they're 14-8. It's amazing. You just mentioned the 9 turbos in the first quarter and just 1 in the second half. So it just shows you they're not a team that turns it over a lot. It can be prone to it, but if you just take care of the ball and are a little bit more careful, you can dramatically cut down on those turnovers.
Oh, yeah, and that's helped them tremendously because they're averaging 18. So they're still on pace for that, but still I like how they adjusted to the second quarter and were more, they valued their possessions much better.
Just a look at some of the first half highlights. Delgado with a good finish to the basket. Carter, he's probably the man in the first half overall play between the scoring and assisting. He did a really nice job. I think he really stood out. Who else stood out to you in that first half, Mark?
Well, I think when you look at overall, you have Bishop played well. He had 18 for Panama. Carter, so there's 28 between those two. I'm sorry, 13. Have my contacts in.
That's okay.
But Bishop with 13. And then Lees for Dominican with 13. He played well, as did Delgado. So, this is going to be an interesting half. I think it may come down to free throw shooting late in the game the way it's going.
I don't think that favors either team.
No, OT.
There you go. Well, you're right. It could come down to just 1 or 2. This could make free throws either way. I mean, in terms of competitiveness on the court, I don't see either team with a real big edge. It seems to be pretty balanced in terms of scoring and play.
Yeah, it's been well played. Once the second quarter was much better, I thought, overall for both teams. Again, the Dominican can't just settle to take threes. They're 5 of 17 right now for 29%. Typically, you want that percentage to be 36 and above, 36% and above. Now you feel more comfortable about it as a coach. When you're below 36, now you got to start looking at, all right, are we really forcing? Right now, they're on pace for 34 threes. Not sure you want to take that one.
What is a good overall percentage just from the floor for the team? Still above, right around 50?
For
just in terms of overall shooting.
General,
what are you happy with? When you look at a stat sheet
usually
at the end of a game?
at the pro level, you're going to get right around 46%, somewhere in there. If you get to 50%, you should win. But 46% is very good. Right now, they're at the Dominicans at 48, almost 49. And you got Panama at 50, 58, almost 59%. So both teams shooting well.
We'll take a look at some of the other numbers. So we mentioned Lee's with those 13 points. He also has a couple rebounds and 3 assists to go along with those points. You see Santana and Rojas each with 7 points apiece. With 13 points for Tony Bishop Jr. leading the way for Panama. Javier Carter with 13 points as well to go along with 4 rebounds. These are your leading scorers right now for both teams as we are at halftime here. A reminder, it's the United States against Uruguay, game 2. You can see some fans of the home side starting to fill in here in their home stadium in Montevideo. It's kind of a cool, rainy afternoon day today. Yesterday was day 1. It started out the way, but then the sun broke out, and then literally right as game 2 ended, right after the U.S. game, it sounded like the roof was going to collapse. I thought it might for a minute.
Okay.
It's going to be into this arena. But yeah, it started to, the sky just opened up literally moments after the United States game. But I know we're both looking forward to that one coming up.
Absolutely.
A couple guys that, to me, stood out. I know you weren't here for that one, but look at the roster and who really played well. Darren Hillier, very impressive in game 1. And did a really good job, 17 points, along with Jonathan Holmes, who played in Texas. He also had 17. But Hilliard, a former player in Villanova, decent time in the NBA, was the 38th overall pick in 2015. As we look at some more highlights here in the first half of this one, he leads a strong first half with 13 points. Hilliard showed very well yesterday, good inside-outside game. Marshall Plumlee did his thing with 12 rebounds. He's not going to get you a lot of offensive points, but he's a big physical presence.
Yep, he chipped in with 9 points, so that's always a plus. Yeah. But he's going to be out there for rebounding and defense.
You mentioned some of the kind of the vast age range in a tournament like this. A guy like Reggie Williams, a veteran, who's played for 5 different NBA teams. He's on this squad.
Yeah, he's the oldest at, 31?
Yeah, so you look at a guy like him, he played well yesterday as well. Some of the point guards. So we'll take a break here. It's halftime, a 5-point game. Second half coming up after this short timeout. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody.
Alongside Mark Anderson. Halftime here. Video. Good game on hand. 45-41 our score. Dominican Republic and Panama. On top of the second half. So both teams in the first half make runs with a real story. Turnovers. Part of that first half story.
Panama did a good job taking care of the ball. Going into halftime. Only one turnover in that 10-minute period. So now you close the gap to 4. We could go in there and say we could be up 10 points right now if we're taking care of the basketball. Now they're scoring at a consistent clip.
9 turnovers in that first half. We'll see how both teams come out here in the second half. Your first half leading scorers for Panama, they were led again by Tony Bishop with 13 points and Javier Carter 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Really thought his overall game was probably the most impressive of anybody in that first half.
So he's done a good job. He's just stepping up and doing everything that they need.
Angel Delgado 13 points, 4 of 4 from the field, and Victor Lees 3 of 4 from downtown, 13 points as well. As we get set to go here, second half action. Both these teams looking for their first win of the tournament. Panama fall yesterday 95-56 to the United States. And post game, Uruguay ended up taking care of Dominican Republic. That one was 66-57. And Panama showing some pressure here. Second half gets underway. Escondo backs off. Solano, a slow first half. We'll see if he can get going here in the second half. Santana. Solano up top to Lees. Lees splits a double team to the basket for 2. What a strong move and a quick turn around the corner.
There you go. Getting inside. He's attacking the inside shoulders of the defense. If they don't come over to stop him, you've got the lane to the basket.
Forbes thought about a 3. Picks it up top. And foul the other way. Offensive foul on Panama.
I believe it was on Carter.
And Solano, who had 13 points yesterday, all in the first half. Just 2 points in this first half, so we'll see if he can get going. Here's Lees. Up top to Santana. 8 on the shot clock. And Solano. Working off a screen, bounce pass, Delgado from the elbow, a little strong. And the rebound pulled down by Panama. Here comes Forbes up the court. Forbes splitting defenders to the basket. And a travel. Forbes does not like that call.
Has there ever been any player that likes a travel call?
No, Lees. Delgado. Back to Lees. Here's a 3. Short. Rebound blocked. Pena had a block. The putback blocked again. And then a foul on Dominican Republic.
Nice block by Carter in there. Interesting detail to the bottom of the nets.
Yeah. I don't know. How would you describe that?
I don't know. I've never seen that before. It's, I don't know.
We're talking about Forbes Jr. His 19 points yesterday. He went into his time in the NBA. He started his career at UVA, then went to UMass, and was the A10 Player of the Year in 2007. And leaving gets taken down. UMass that year made it to the NIT final against Ohio State, beating Syracuse and Florida on the way to that final. And Forbes was the main man. It'll be a inbounds here for Panama, just across half court. 47-41 our score. Dominican Republic on top.
You mentioned that he went to a couple schools. That's that trend we're seeing at the Division I level. So many guys transferring.
There's Bishop with a nice finish. Are you a fan of that as a coach?
No.
You can't be, right?
No. And it's, that's a lot of times why you see all those upset is that your lower seeds, those guys tend to stay longer, obviously.
Strong move to basket by Rojas.
Bishop may have gotten popped in the mouth.
Looks like he's going to be all right.
There it was. the elbow on the swing through. Unintentional, but it got him by Rojas.
Carter will come out, and Ayarza, wearing number 10, will check back in. Which in Mexico already through. We're 3-0 in Group A. There's Bishop. Forbes, top of the key for 3. That's way off and out of bounds. Mark, you look at the Group B action, and it's Argentina right now 2-0. Virgin Islands 1-1. Venezuela 1-1. Canada 0-2.
Yeah, a little bit of surprise there.
The big thing is Argentina has the automatic in, second best team, even if it's somebody finishes above Argentina is going to get in. So you kind of want to be in Group B because you got a better chance of making it on to the next round.
Right, and we talked about that with Argentina getting the bike because being the host country. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who can get there.
Here's Levy along the left baseline, being guarded by Santana. Pass takes a deflection. Liscondo has it, 8 on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper along the baseline is in and out, no good by Bishop. And we go the other way. Lees. 3 of 5 from downtown on the night. Looking underneath, skips it over to Delgado. Fakes the jumper, drives it to the paint. He'll kick it out. Solano thought about a long 3, passed up that. Lees into the paint, skips it in the corner. Santana for 3, short. Santana had a good look at it, couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, that time the Dominican was very patient.
And Bishop is going to go to the line for 2. He got hit on the arm by Solano, I believe. Substitution for Dominican Republic. Adrius De Leon checking into the game. He was scoreless against the United States in just over 7 minutes of action. It's Bishop to the line. 49-44 our score. One more here for Tony Bishop Jr., 6-7. 10-10 last night against the United States. Give a second.
16-2 today.
Lees. Santana trying to set up underneath. Lees thought about the jumper. Deflection falls to Santana. Back to Lees with 10 on the shot clock. Puts it down low. Santana up with the right hand. It's in and out. His putback is good.
They stay with a nice slip screen there. He stayed with it, tipped it back in.
That's one thing I like about Santana's game. Strong player. He hustles. He goes after those little loose balls a lot. Gets a lot of offensive rebounds and second chances.
And he looks to go inside and out. He can stretch the floor with his shot and post up.
Ayarza in the corner. Long 3 is no good by Levy. He went in contact. No call. Leads the other way. Skips across court. De Leon pulls it out. We talk to Delgado. Lees. And we're going to have a double team. Into the paint. Trying to get underneath. Lost it on the way up, I think. Stays with Panama. 5 on the shot. Pardon me, with Dominican. Long 3 by De Leon. That's no good. Another offensive rebound.
Those are killers, especially when you play defense that long and then give up those offensive boards, especially a long rebound.
Rojas left open from the wing. Got it as time expires.
And as Coach Van Gundy would say, those are daggers off of offensive rebounds when you get a 3.
54-44, all of a sudden a 10-point lead for Dominican Republic. King, the scoop shot, no good, but he was fouled. There's a little cut inside into the paint, and King will go to the line and shoot 2. Here's another look at that 3 by Rojas.
See, now that was all in the context of the play. They moved the ball, and that wasn't forced. And that's one thing I noticed in the second half here is that the Dominican is now not settling for 3s.
We saw that toward the end of that first half there. Rojas having a nice game now, up to 12 points on 5 of 9 shooting, including 2 of 3 from downtown. And he's having a good game today. He had just 4 points yesterday. Over 24 minutes of action. A timeout here for Panama. All of a sudden, Mark, find themselves down by 10.
Let's see what they have to say here during the timeout, and then we'll discuss it when they come out.
Ángel Luis.
Vamos a tratar para esta
Pero,
y vamos a hablar sobre la transición porque nos estamos quedando muy estáticos, pero en constante movimiento. Mira.
Adri saca la bola.
¿Esto qué es?
Ok, si están presionando ellos, ahora ellos tienen 2 tiros. Si están presionando, Adri saca la bola. Si no están presionando,
Ángel en esa misma colocación.
Ey, entonces Ángel, si Adri saca, tú aquí y Eduardo va al medio.
O sea,
recuerda.
no bloquea a nadie ahí.
Sí, si están presionando, no.
Me quedo ahí.
Si están presionando, te venden.
Well, one thing we can see already is that Panama has 3 turnovers in just a little under 5 minutes. Now that's the difference right now. That's allowed the Dominican to set up and stretch this lead out to 10. Panama is going to need to come out and get some stops here and scores like they did in the first half and take care of the basketball.
So King to the line for 2. First one a little strong. One more look for Jonathan King.
Coach Vasquez, he doesn't look much older than any of the players.
Young guy. One more here for King. 5 points against the United States. 2 for 8 from the field. 0 for 2. Fighting for the rebound though. Panama not quite get to it, so the Dominican Republic control up 10.
When you're struggling to score, you gotta knock down free throws.
Hesitation and the jumper good by Lees. This little move there into the paint for 2 more. Now it's 17 points.
Panama's got to be careful this stretch of the game right here because the Dominican's starting to get really confident on offense.
Muscondo almost a steal that time by De Leon. Whistle is called here. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. 56-44 our score. Dominican Republic in control. Muscondo though will go to the line for 2. Gino plays collegiately at Idaho State. He averaged 10.5 points last year. Started 31 games and was a 48% free throw shooter. Can't get the first one to go. And the U.S. has made their way into the building. Look at Marshall Plumlee. More for Gino. Knocks down the second one as Carter checks back into the game. 56-45, Dominican Republic on top. It's game number 3 of Group C between Dominican Republic and Panama. The United States, Uruguay to follow.
What did you say Gino's free throw percentage was?
His shooting percentage in college last year was 48% overall.
48, yeah. He's a point guard. Right? That's going to come up a good 20-some%.
Here he is with the ball. Looking around, pick up the dribble a little early. Down finds Bishop on the right block. All the way to the basket. Too strong though. Fought his way to get in there, but too strong on the shot. It's De Leon the other way. Under 5 to go here in the third. Here's Delgado. Giving some room at the top of the key. Finds Santana on the left wing. Lee's left open for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ball loose. Delgado, the offensive rebound. The putback is no good, but he is fouled. Well, that's what he does at Seton Hall. That's why he's going to go to the line for 2.
He was inside the restricted area. He's going to win that battle more times than not. And here's the other thing. Panama's 1 for 5 this quarter. So it's almost 6 minutes in. Only have 2 points.
We mentioned the rebounding numbers, which stand out for themselves with Delgado, what he did in college last year at Seton Hall. Do you think he has the offensive game to go to the next level?
He's going to have to put on some weight, hit the weights, but yeah, he has what it takes. I like his footwork. That's the big thing right there.
The big guys?
Yep, you can make up for that difference in size if you have great footwork, and he has it right now. But it's going to be different. You know, each level you go up, the players are bigger, stronger, and faster. So if that's his goal, he'll get to there.
57-45.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Muscondo with it.
And he showed a little bit of range out there.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch. Ayarza gets it back to Lizcano for three. That's no good. Carter, the offensive rebound. Had to take it away, though. Nice play by Lees to strip it.
Had he just gone right back up with it, you know, that dribble, you try to eliminate that with the bigs because it never works unless you're wide open.
Lizcano will check out Pena, the veteran, at 37, back into the game for Panama. 12-point game here, Dominican Republic on top. Leon running the point. Rojas off a screen. Lees. And it's stripped by King, but he was fouled. We haven't seen Panama in the first 10 minutes of the game look really good and comfortable. They haven't kind of regained that form since then, since the Dominican Republic were able to come back and make it a game.
Right. You know, in the second quarter when they were taking care of the ball and getting their opportunities, they were right back in it. They got to get a couple stops here like they did in the first half, score a couple times, be right back in it.
De Leon for three, had a good look. Was going to go offensive rebound again by Delgado, kicks it out. Rojas from the right corner, that's short. Another offensive rebound by Delgado. And this is a big physical kid.
This is where his size is going to take over.
Delgado will go back to the line. Having a much better day today, just 2 points yesterday.
Well, this will be his 9th and 10th free throw of the game, so that's telling me he's being involved.
6 for 9 officially. That miss. 3:10 left to go here, third quarter. And that one's good. 1 for 2 for Delgado. He stretches the lead, 58-45. Dominican Republic on top. Here's Munoz.
Panama's going to run horns here.
Carter, Munoz, Ayarza. Got King on the left wing. Into the paint, skips across court, into the corner, a three. Way short. Bishop with that miss. Dominican Republic in control. Lees, working against Bishop. Trying to get it back on a give and go. It's not a great pass that time by Santana, and Panama come away with it. Pass ahead to Bishop. Trying to track it down in the corner, he does. Carter in the corner. Ayarza, that jumper short. Rebound ripped down by Delgado.
I don't know if you saw De Leon slip down there. There must be moisture. Maybe a dead ball situation. Then get that wipe. You don't want players to get hurt in this situation.
Approach 2 minutes play in the third. Lees splitting a double team. Kicks it in the corner. Rojas all the way to the basket for 2.
Nice move. One extra dribble to get to the right side to protect the ball.
14 points for Rojas. Munoz setting up the offense. Ayarza off a screen for 3. Short. Rebound by Rojas. Lee's looking to push the other way.
Still only 2 points for Panama.
Santana working against Munoz. Mismatch there between Santana with his size. There's that last drive by Rojas with a strong finish at the basket.
Let me step back. They've scored 4 this quarter, but still, you need more than that.
That will not get it done.
No, it will not.
Santana to the line. 15 points yesterday, lead the way for the Dominican Republic in the loss to Uruguay. And knocks down that free throw. One more here for Santana, trying to knock down a pair. That's short. Go the other way. Here's Forbes, spinning out of traffic, into the paint. The floater is good for Gary Forbes.
The Dominican has already they've had 17 shots, 2s and 3s already, plus their free throws. While Panama, 9 shots total for the quarter.
Essentially, they're getting doubled.
Yeah.
Here's Mendoza. Mendoza picks up the dribble, now shoots a long three as the shot clock expires. That's no good. Nice offensive rebound by De Leon.
And that's been huge this quarter. The offensive rebounds that the Dominican Republic is getting.
De Leon to the basket. It's hammered by Ayarza.
How about this stat, Tom? 18-4 in favor of the Dominican in offensive rebounding.
What's the overall number at? That's crazy.
36-20, plus 16.
I can't remember last time I did a game that one team had 18 offensive rebounds. Staggering.
Maybe for a game, but not, through 3 quarters.
There's De Leon at the line. De Leon, who spent 2 seasons at Eastern Washington, makes that free throw to go.
And the thing is, these offensive rebounds that they are getting is not the long ones. They're right in the lane, right in that area, the 10 to 15 feet area.
Second free throw good. That'll bring back in Levy for King. Now we're seeing a little bit of a press here by Dominican Republic. Under a minute to go here, third quarter. Tom Cole and Mark Anderson. 63-47. Dominican Republic in control after a very tight first half. Here's King. Correction. Here's Forbes. Whips it around. Levy. Bounce pass down low to Carter on the left block. Try to spin into the paint. Offensive foul on Carter. He used his elbow to try and gain position as he went to rip it to the paint that time. Got called for the foul. Here's another look. What do you think? Right call?
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, definitely. Almost like a swim move with the offensive move. Yeah, that was a good call. Again, we go back and look at the official calls tonight. They've been spot on just about every call.
Pena hesitated on the 3. Panama back to a matchup zone. De Leon will fire a long 3 way off the mark. Didn't look good when he left his hands. Forbes the other way as the quarter expires. Wouldn't have counted anyway, but after 3, it is Dominican Republic in control. This one up 63-47. Let's go immediately back to that rebounding stat. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And again,
86-20.
Right.
Wow.
You could understand it maybe if it was off the long 3s, but the Dominican Republic isn't shooting a lot of 3s this half, so it's mostly right in the lane. So that tells me that Panama is not making body contact, or if you take the old John Wooden stat, just turn and go get it. Just turn and go get it. They're not doing that either.
Right now for Dominican Republic, 4 players to double figures. Lee's leading the way with 17 points. Delgado has 15, Rojas with 14, and Santana with 10. So Santana now double figures his first 2 games of this tournament. For Panama, Tony Bishop Jr. 16 points, and 7 of 9 shooting. The only player in double figures for Dominican Republic.
Yeah, again, that goes back to what we alluded to in the pregame, saying they needed to get at least 3 guys, maybe 4, to be able to compete in these games. Right now, they got to find that. And King's right there with 8.
Got some of the other stats there from the first half. You see, both teams again continued very poor from the free throw line. 57% and 41%. Panama 5 of 12.
Wow.
Couple of highlights here from the third. Santana with a strong finish. Rojas again. He does a very fast first step.
Dominican came into this game averaging 41 rebounds. They're already at 36, 18 and 18.
It'll be Dominican Republic ball. They lead it as we get set to start the fourth, 63-47. A reminder, we will have the United States and Uruguay coming up next as the arena starts to fill up for the home side here in Montevideo.
Generally, the team that controls the boards controls the game.
Here's Mendoza. In that 2-3 matchup zone, Mendoza off a screen pulls up, and that's no good. And Panama. Munoz, Forbes, Levy, Bishop. And King on the court. Here's Munoz. Munoz driving all the way to the basket, high off the glass, no good, but he'll go to the line. Nice little hesitation move by Munoz, and then found a little lane and an opening to the basket.
Yeah, and he's crafty, he's a veteran.
Munoz to the lines, you can see Uruguay has made their way into the building as well. First free throw good. Guy that I'm looking forward to see playing again tonight for Uruguay, Bruno Fittipaldo. Great three-point shooter. So great overall game last night in the win over Dominican Republic, so we'll see him again tonight.
Yeah, 16, 3, and 2 last night. 16 points, 3 boards, 2 assists.
Strong move to the basket. And traveling called. Time is Angel Nunez. (63-48) our score.
Points in the paint so far favoring the Dominican, 34-26. Bench points, Panama 10, Dominican 5.
Continue to work on that wet spot underneath the basket. Now we're ready to go. It is De Leon, Nunez, Delgado, Rojas, Mendoza for Dominican Republic on the court. Munoz again to the basket. Can't get the finish. De Leon. Mendoza leaves it back for Delgado. Gets his own miss. The putback is good. That would have been an acrobatic shot if he got that first one.
That's right. But you also notice there were 3 blue jerseys inside the restricted area for the rebound.
Here's Munoz. Bishop. Step back, long jumper, short. De Leon, another rebound. Nice spin move by De Leon. Skips it ahead. Mendoza, the bounce pass underneath. Layup is no good that time. And go the other way. King kicks it out. Forbes, left wing for 3. Too strong. Rojas pushing it ahead. Mendoza circling around now. He'll slow it down. 65-48. Dominican Republic on top. We approach 8 minutes to play in the fourth.
This half, they're 2 for 12.
De Leon off a screen. The long jumper is good.
Okay, that looked good when it left his hand from where we're sitting. We're right on the court here.
Product of Eastern Washington. Forbes the other way. Really strong. And now Panama just forcing bad shots. De Leon. Mendoza off a screen for 3. Short. Rebound pulled down by Bishop. Forbes for launch. That's too strong. Long rebound. Will stay with Panama. Levy. In the corner. Forbes from the baseline. No good. Rojas up high to collect the board. De Leon coast to coast off the glass for 2. Back-to-back baskets for De Leon. He'll have a chance to complete a 3-point play. And a timeout here by Panama. 69-48. Dominican Republic on top. It's been all Dominican Republic marker in the second
Boy, it
half.
sure has. You know, I was looking at the shot chart there when going into timeout. and you look at all the blue circles inside the restricted area, you know, they have at least 2, 4, 6, 8, probably 12 to 14 points right there. And that is so hard to overcome when teams score in the paint and in volume. That's one thing that Mexico does, is that they score a lot in the paint. They'll get 45 to 50 points sometimes in the paint. Matter of fact, against Brazil, they had 58 points in the paint. Yes, so they are long. So whoever draws them in Cordoba, it's a matchup problem. It's going to be a matchup problem with Mexico.
Well, I'm interested to see game 2. I mean, Uruguay is a good, solid team. I think it'll be a good match against the United States. I think the U.S. should be the favorite, but
right.
I think it could be a close game. Right, for Panama, it'll be Bishop, Carter, Forbes, Kondo back on the floor, and Levy. I don't believe Carter has a point here in the second half. Yeah, he had 10 at the end of the first half. He's still sitting on 10. He was so dominant in that first half. It is De Leon at the line trying to complete a three-point play.
You are right. He's still at 10.
We saw that yesterday with Solano for Dominican Republic. He had 13 points in the first half, nothing in the second half.
I also noticed he hasn't received as many touches this half either as he did in the first.
Kondo, Bishop, Levy, backdoor cut, Forbes for 2.
Nice setup with that little give and go. Sometimes all it takes is a little eye contact.
Forbes now in double figures with 10 points. Nunez to the basket. Kicks it out. De Leon, left wing for 3. In and out, no good. The ball's loose. Levy pulls it down. Ball's turned over though. Couldn't control it. Santana to the basket. Offensive foul. Santana can't believe it.
I was going to say, that was an easy call. Oh my, he was so far outside the restricted area.
Still got to act surprised, right?
Yes, that's right.
That was a good look at Delgado, the youngster with a big smile. 17 points, 13 rebounds. Mentioned 27 double-doubles last year for Seton Hall.
Wow, that's amazing.
Pretty much an automatic double-double.
You can almost pencil that in at 27, because what are they playing? Right around 32 games,
yeah,
somewhere
32,
right
34,
in there.
Something like that. You hope there's a postseason running, so maybe it's a little more than that, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, anymore, they're getting towards 40 games now if you go all the way.
This game was very tight at the end of the break, 2 quarters. It looked like it could have gone either way. Just sort of had that feeling that both teams were just going to be a good game, but it's all Dominican Republic in the second half. They've opened up a 20-point lead, 70 to 50.
Well, part of it, most of it's been the lack of Panama being able to score. But it was a 4-point game at the half, and we talked that Panama was in good shape because they were taking care of the basketball, and then come out and then just not able to score, and that's huge.
Panama ball here, 6.5 to go in the fourth. U.S. Uruguay coming up next. Levy. Carter. Kondo. Out wide. Bishop thought about the jumper, does it down low to Levy. He's double teamed, gets it back, and a 2-pointer. Nice move by Bishop in tight traffic. Got that little floater to go.
He's been quiet since the first half. Well, when you're not scoring as a team, everybody's been quiet.
Mendoza off his screen in the paint. His floater is short. Carter with the rebound. It's kind of pushing it ahead. Pass is tipped. And it will go to Dominican Republic. Good work by De Leon. Got a piece of it and got it off of Forbes. Like a substitution here for Panama. Ayar's going to check back in.
Just looking around, it's great to see the people filing in for the next.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was a good one last night for Dominican Republic and Uruguay.
We saw that with Colombia when they were hosting up there. The fans were just, it was a great atmosphere.
It almost feels like a college.
Yeah, right.
Right? That's what it felt like here last night for game 2. Here's Mendoza. Whips it around. De Leon has had a good second half. Ball kicked back out. De Leon for 3. Too strong. Rojas, the offensive rebound. The putback is no good. Late whistle. We'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Dominican with another offensive rebound.
So Rojas to the line, sitting on 14 points, 6 of 11 from the field. He's had a nice game tonight after scoring just 4 points yesterday. And the loss to Uruguay knocks down the first free throw. Bishop. Up top to Carter. Santana with a big block on Forbes. Mendoza the other way. Mendoza dribbling through traffic. Now we'll circle back out. 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. 20-point lead for the Dominican Republic. Trying to improve to 1-1 in the tournament. De Leon, a hesitation and a strong move. Kicks it in the corner. Up top, Santana fakes the jumper. He'll drive. Second offensive foul called on Santana in the last 2 minutes.
Can't run players over, but you go back to that move by De Leon. All it was just that little hesitation. It gets the defender to stand up just enough, go right by him.
De Leon will check out. And Solano back in. This is a good sign for the Dominican Republic because they're having a good game today. And last night, Solano looked like their best player by far. And he's not had a good game today, so showing some versatility. Let's Condo the other way, all the way to the basket for 2. Here's a good, strong move by Gino. Go to the line, chance to complete a 3-point play.
We saw that Sunday night with Mexico. Alex Perez averaging 18.5 points off the bench, leading Mexico. Did not score a single point Sunday night. And that, if you'd have told us that going into the game, we would have thought Colombia would have beaten Mexico, but other guys stepped up around him and took the lead.
So this Condo will go to the line. Chance to complete a 3-point play. Three points, 2 assists, 2 steals on the night. For the youngster from Idaho State. Knocks down the free throw. Now some pressure here from Panama.
A couple of these guys played Division I basketball in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, that's right. We're blessed. Here's Solano. Hesitating. The floater is good. That one to go.
Found the seam in the 2-3 zone by Panama. Oh, nice Euro step.
Back-to-back baskets for this Condo. 74-57. Here's Solano for the Dominican Republic.
Oh, another slippage underneath both ends.
Mendoza looking underneath. Said he'll fire a long 3, in and out, no good. That one was halfway down.
Good call here. It's going to get the official to wipe the floor off. This starts playing on the psyche of players too. When you start seeing guys slip, you don't cut as hard, and then that's where injuries happen. Because now you're thinking about, all right, I don't want to get hurt. So a lot of times you do get hurt.
We had almost a 5-minute stoppage last night in the U.S. game.
Oh, wow.
Could not get the court dry enough. They had fans on here today earlier.
Yeah.
Fans blowing and trying to keep it as dry as you can.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's that humid here, but since they're in winter, but.
It's Condo. Back-to-back baskets. He'll pull up a long 3, in and out, no good. Rojas will high to get that rebound. He'll go the other way. Solano. 74-57. Under 4 to go. Solano into the paint, hesitates, jumps underneath. Rojas able to collect it. Rojas still with it. Scored the basket and the foul. Rojas going up strong, and he will have a chance for the three-point play.
Everything's going the Dominican Republic's way.
So Rojas looking for his 17th point of the night. Lees checks back in. Mendoza will take a seat. Free throw, no good. It's a 4-point game at the half. Good battle. Both teams made runs in the first half. It has been all Dominican Republic here in the second half. Bishop at the free throw line. Trying to kick it into the corner to Carter. Carter, nice shot to get it. He'll go up strong for 2. First points in the second half for Carter. Now 12 for the game.
17 minutes before he got that score here in the second half.
Lees. There's a foul on Ayarza. A little bit of pushing and shoving there.
Oh. The reaction after he came down into his eye.
Meeting between the refs to see if we have anything here. Well, there's the initial foul.
Correct.
Looks like a technical has been assessed. So Lees will go to the line. 2:30 left to go here. Dominican Republic on top, 76-59. It's the United States. Uruguay coming up next.
For the most part, in all the games that we've seen, games have been clean, like it says up there on the backboard. Clean game, and it has been.
And now after a talk along the sideline, it's just going to be, looks like Dominican Republic ball along the near side. Rojas will inbound. Well, before that, we have a timeout. Let's see if we get some scores from some of the other the action we can report on. All Dominican Republic here in the second half. Scores here in a minute. Take us through some of the stats here, Mark, that we have.
All right, so we have Panama shooting about 61% from two-point land. The Dominican is at 61 also. Three-point, relatively even, 22% for Panama, 20% for the Dominican Republic. There you see on the screen points in the paint, favoring the Dominican 42-36. So you look at those things, but again, I'm going to point to offensive rebounding, 20-5 in favor of Dominican.
For Panama, it is Bishop, Carter, Iverson. Molinar's checked in for the first time wearing number 9. There's Kondo also out there. Delgado, Rojas, Solano, Aruoa on for the Dominican Republic. And Lees. Here's Solano with it. And is Kondo going to get called for the foul?
I don't think he agreed with that.
So that'll put Solano to the line. There's 2 points this afternoon. 13 yesterday in the loss to Uruguay. And that free throw is good. Crowd continuing to fill in here in Montevideo. United States, Uruguay coming up next. Escondo. Under 3 to play here in the fourth quarter. Dominican Republic looking like they're going to get their first victory of the tournament. Bishop in the basket, up strong. We'll go to the line and shoot 2. And between Bishop, Carter, and Forbes, it seems like 3 guys that you can rely on and kind of build your offense around. This hasn't been the case here in the second half, though.
Well, what they got to do as a staff, figure out why Carter isn't getting involved in the second half. And then try to get him going, because he can do it from what we've seen. You know, he can go inside, he can muscle, plays defense. He had those block shots in the first half. So they have to solve that mystery on why he's struggling in the second half.
Checking in Mendoza for Dominican Republic. A quick whistle that time. That'll put Lees at the line.
Iverson Molinar, 6-foot guard, 17 years old. Can you imagine how great of experience this is?
Amazing.
For a 17-year-old to come in here and play with these guys and learn from them.
He should be hanging out with his high school friends this weekend.
Exactly.
He should be doing.
Well, you know what I'm doing? I'm playing for Team Panama in the AmeriCup.
First free throw is good. Good conversation when he goes home with his buddies. What did you do this week? Went to school, hung out. What did you do? Play in the AmeriCup, no big deal.
Went to Montevideo.
80-61. No pressure here by Dominican in the backcourt. Rolling on with it. All the way to the basket. Gets that block.
I like the assertiveness.
Solano. And guarded by Bishop. Solano, quick step into the paint, kicks it out. 3, Mendoza, good. Nice dish. Good finish there by Mendoza on the wing.
Yeah, like I said before, the Dominican is doing a much better job this half of not forcing threes. It's all been within the flow.
Ayarza forced one there. That's no good. Under a minute and a half to go here in the fourth. Solano, Suero, Delgado at the free throw line, now on the elbow. Lost the handle. It'll get it out wide to Mendoza.
Oh, he's limping too. He may have gotten a knee to the knee.
Solano, Mendoza. As the clock expired, the 3 is good.
They may want to think about getting him out of the game right now. It's well in hand.
There they are. Manuel Nunez checking back in for Delgado.
Oh, he's hurting. Maybe just took a knee to the thigh. Hopefully that's all it is.
1 minute to go, fourth quarter. Molinar. Dominican Republic in their first game of Group C. It's a foul underneath as Ayarza try to get position. Put Ayarza at the line. 2 years at Southern Miss for Ayarza back in 2009. Been a part of the Panamanian national team since 2015. 4 points against the United States last night. Free throw good.
6'9", 30-year-old.
Suero. Solano to the basket in the corner. Mendoza. 3 by Nunez. Short. Yards with the rebound. Molinar drive all the way to the basket. Lays it up for 2.
You'll remember that basket being his first one. Or did he get in last night? I'm sorry.
He did not play last. Well, he played a little bit. But didn't have an impact on the game. He had one free throw. He got just 1 point. That's his first official basket of the tournament. Nunez is going to fire a long one again. That's no good. And that will do it. Dominican Republic with the victory, 86-64. Big second half by the Dominican Republic. Really took control of our. This was a 4-point game at halftime.
Right, 4-point game at halftime. The lack of Panama being able to, 1, put the ball in the hoop, and 2, giving up so many offensive rebounds. That, to me, was the key to the game. You know, they controlled the basketball in the first half. When they only had 10 turnovers, they ended up with 17. Still not bad, but the fact that they didn't block out and go get the basketball.
Final score, Game 3, Group C. It's Dominican Republic 86, Panama 64. We'll take a short break. Coming up next, the United States and host Uruguay. That's coming up. A short break. Montevideo.